It's like a random memory, but when Aliyah arrived, Princess, um, I remember going to the beach and wanted to take some pictures. I know she was laying on the bed after we arrived, and I recall well, before I even say this, I remember this. I hear this little kid, like, you know how you see little kids, you grow up playing with toys. Now, as much as y'all don't pay attention to certain things, everything is, like I was expressing to someone, it's like a psychological warfare, or what we see growing up, the programming eventually, when we get certain ages, it returns to us. And we adapt to it. So, for instance, if you're growing up in neighborhoods, again, where there's a lot of drugs and you see things, for some people, they're going to see that as an outlet or some type of, way of survival or making the means, which isn't really discussed. So a lot of us, again, are birthed into places where what kind of freedom of choice do we have? I saw a post earlier speaking about how we've incarnated here or came here from the Creator to experience love, be loved, and to love others. You know what's so beautiful about that cycle is that you have to know love. So the beauty of all that is that we all came from love. The essence of who we are, source, is love. And that's what we're all really trying to return to. So I feel like this is a message to help a lot of us be delivered from the demons that we're fighting, or even those certain things that are trying to attach to the idea to ruin our idea or perception of what love is. So the beauty of all of what I'm expressing is this. You knew what you were going to learn before you arrived. You knew, it's almost like the soul or the spirit knew the karma it was going to experience here. Look at the steps. If we came from source, I had to get to a place to go through certain initiations, awakenings, or certain circumstances in my life. Now, being at whatever age, the age that I am now, having the knowledge, but also the wisdom, which again is applying that. So that wisdom came through my experiences. And then also now, seeing the importance of kids, little kids, having the courage to not only love myself, but also to love the kids that don't know love. Now do you see how the cycle continues, where not only am I just a being of love or a beacon of light, but I'm not just a father to one child or someone I co-created with. I'm a father to a mentor or a beacon of light, an essence of love to little kids that have guardians or parents who never knew to love themselves. This is why it's so important for us to realize that when you're on your healing journey, and when we speak about the Orishas, if people aren't pushing the narrative of, oneness, you will not hear me speak about division, because there's a bigger picture to this, and we're all playing a role. And again, when I see other people, creeds and cultures, and what I've experienced on my journey, because my journey may not look like yours, but I've seen drug addicts, I've seen physical, mental abuse, I've seen many things that have been experienced from all different creeds and colors. So in some way, somehow, to the depths of my soul, I know that's how we all are connected. I have my individual journey. But somehow, some way, that's something that connects us beyond my imagination. So one thing I do realize, and I'll speak about my experience, one thing I have acknowledged and realized is that me meeting someone that wasn't necessarily my shade of color and co-creating with them, I realize this, is that sometimes we meet people and the Most High wants us to see why, to the depths of what we pass our ego, to see what it is that we're healing, what it is that I'm trying to, what it is that I want you to see, not only about yourself, but about others. How is this impacting other people? What is this bringing awareness to? You know, see, this is the importance of kids. This is the importance of, you know, again, my experience growing up with a mother that battled with her own demons of crack cocaine. And then my dad, you know, with drugs. And there's no difference to compare to grandmother and them, you know, seeing certain aspects of how they never knew love and they were more focused on money, you know, or, you know, addictions can be in so many ways where there's no discipline. So too much of anything in a way is what could lead to self-destruction. So it's just from my experience, and it's not so much of just any particular person. I had to learn to unprogram and reprogram what I saw, not only within myself, but others. See, that's only through experience. So I had to learn to see people with new eyes, but I first had to see myself with new eyes. I had to see myself free here and in here, be at peace here, to be able to demonstrate that or to walk that out or to operate that in action. And I realized that's the importance of what spiritual currency is, and realizing when you're having the courage to change the narrative, that shit can be an ugly process, but it's not so much of ugly. It's just like the lotus flower growing out of the mud, in the murky mud and, you know, the darkness, but becoming something so beautiful. The process of a pearl. You know, all these things, again, we forget the fact that how a flower becomes, or how a tree becomes, from something so small, but at the same time so great and mighty. That's you, that's me, that's us. So a lot of things I'm having a lot of self-realization about is that it's me. It's no one else. It's me. It's never been no one else. Because it's so easy in this programming that a lot of us have been under, and breaking through the illusions, and if you want to call them generational curses, or breaking generational chains, you know, mental chains, freeing the caged bird. I was giving someone an illusion of, or analogy of, like, imagine opening your mind, like imagine your head right here, and there's a doorway, whether it be in the front or the back. And imagine you opening that door and you're freeing that bird. And imagine yourself to be that bird, and seeing yourself fly freely wherever you want to, land firmly on anything, spreading your wings and soaring wherever you choose to go. No difference in a butterfly. You allowing yourself to use your wings. And I don't know if you know this, a butterfly has awareness that it has wings, but it operates it anyway. A butterfly doesn't even see its wings. Notice where the eyes are, but a butterfly doesn't see its wings. But it's awareness of it's there, you know. So it's like, we have to have the awareness of, I'm here. But I'm here, but at the same time, my mind, I won't limit myself to just this physical. But the spiritual aspect shows me that I am first a spirit having this human experience, as so you. So this is the beauty in that. One thing, again, circling back to the memory of my princess Aaliyah. I had to see the bigger picture and why it is I met her mother. I had to see the bigger picture in, attracting what I am, seeing the karma, seeing the lesson in that, seeing something I can't run from, seeing something again that manifesting a feminine aspect of myself to also bring healing to the aspect of myself that I was neglecting, the feminine principle. Again, that seeing the pain experience in the matriarchal aspect of my family, seeing what they experience with men, it stops with me. And then it stops with me. And guess who it begins with? It begins with her. There are men and fathers out here that, again, this healing journey will teach you that no matter what is happening, that princess, that daughter, or that son, they still need someone there. Because inside of that little girl and little boy, especially the little girl, they have all their eggs they're going to have. So that makes her a mother and a future grandmother and a great grandmother. See how ancestrally this continues? So this is why, again, to my mothers and women, this has been a play in your psychological. Like, this has been a psychological warfare. This is a spiritual warfare. This is why there's always been focus on division. And we just think it's just on a certain color of people. No, it's bigger than that. Because love unites us. Love within. Not only just love, but also seeing past the illusion of power. Seeing what truly connects us. And so this is the beauty of, again, why things are happening the way it is. And so it's important, again, for stability, or where we're going to see so many things shifting and changing. And again, to the memory of when taking pictures or being in that hotel room with Aaliyah and her mother, I would bring my paintbrushes or bring things with me. And I remember this memory that just came to me of like handing her a paintbrush. Her first couple of months, we would, when I would paint, I would hold her and let her see. This is so vital because it's all about what they see, and they don't forget because they absorb whatever is around them like a sponge. It's just like, kids are like a portal. We're the same way, energy. It happens in cycles. So it's like they're absorbing, not only through their eyes, their ears, so many things, energy. So that right there, like, is something I'm so honored and grateful for, because I would even let her paint, or put any little mark, but I didn't see it as a mistake. I saw it as a legacy. Because when we see certain neighborhoods or go certain places, like, I would notice little kids playing with toy guns, and they don't know psychologically what that's doing to that child. It's all fun and games now. Even video games, it's all fun and games now. Even I had to learn this. This is why so many things are put out there to grasp their mind and program the subconscious mind to force this reality onto kids. If the principles are feminine and masculine, then what is this whole ordeal trying to force kids to be, a certain gender or a certain anything, without just allowing people to become who they are? This is the unprogramming and reprogramming. Again, who am I to judge anyone for their free will? We all have free will. But there is consequences, and what you put out returns. Again, love unifies us. Love within us. We're all returning to one. Who am I to, like, the beauty of all of this is, again, me holding that paintbrush and holding it in a way to take the picture. That meant so much more. And it just shows me the conscious way, or the idea of how I play my part. And see, that's the thing we have to realize, is that we're responsible not only for ourselves, but others that are surrounding us. And that goes back to this cycle of coming from love, source, being here in the spirit, to learn love, to be loved, and to share love with others. So what are you here to do? What type of legacy are you leaving? Love or fear? Shalom.